Are you ready to take control of your financial future? Understanding economic trends is key. It's like checking the weather before you leave the house. You need to know if a storm is coming. Economic data points us in the right direction. It helps us make smart decisions about our money. Whether you're saving for retirement or investing in the stock market, economic trends matter. By understanding these trends, you can make better informed decisions and potentially achieve your financial goals more effectively. GDP stands for Gross Domestic Product. It's a crucial metric that economists and policymakers use to gauge the health of a country's economy. But what exactly does it entail, and why is it so important? Think of GDP as a report card for the entire economy. Just like a student's report card reflects their academic performance, GDP reflects the economic performance of a nation. It provides a snapshot of how well the economy is doing at a given time. GDP measures the total value of goods and services produced in a country. This includes everything from the cars manufactured in factories to the services provided by healthcare professionals. Essentially, if money is being exchanged for a product or service, it's contributing to the GDP. When GDP is growing, it usually means the economy is doing well. A rising GDP indicates that businesses are producing more, consumers are spending more, and overall economic activity is on the upswing. This growth can lead to more job opportunities and higher incomes for individuals. In such times, businesses are hiring, people are spending, and everyone is happy. The positive cycle of spending and production fuels further economic growth, creating a sense of prosperity and well-being among the population. However, if GDP slows down, or even worse, contracts, it could be a sign of trouble. A declining GDP suggests that economic activity is decreasing, which can have a ripple effect throughout the economy. Businesses may see reduced demand for their products and services, leading them to cut back on production and, in some cases, lay off workers. As businesses cut back, unemployment could rise and consumer confidence might take a hit. When people are uncertain about their job prospects, they tend to spend less, which further slows down economic activity. This can create a negative feedback loop, where reduced spending leads to even more economic contraction. Keep a close eye on GDP growth. It's a major indicator of economic health. Policymakers, investors, and everyday citizens alike monitor GDP to understand the current state of the economy and to make informed decisions. Whether it's deciding on interest rates, making investment choices, or planning household budgets, GDP plays a pivotal role in shaping economic strategies and expectations. Governments and central banks often use GDP data to formulate economic policies. For instance, if GDP growth is sluggish, they might implement measures to stimulate the economy, such as lowering interest rates or increasing public spending. Conversely, if the economy is overheating, they might take steps to cool it down to prevent inflation. For individuals and families, understanding GDP trends can help in making personal financial decisions. Whether it's buying a home, investing in the stock market, or planning for retirement, being aware of the broader economic context can provide valuable insights. Educators also emphasize the importance of GDP in understanding economics. By teaching students about GDP, they help them grasp the complexities of economic systems and the factors that influence economic growth and stability. In summary, GDP is more than just a number. It's a comprehensive measure that reflects the economic vitality of a nation. By tracking GDP, we can gain insights into the overall health of the economy, identify potential challenges, and make informed decisions to foster sustainable growth and prosperity. Inflation is a sneaky thief. It silently creeps into our lives, making everything more expensive without us even realizing it at first. You might notice it when you go to the grocery store and see that the same items you bought last month now cost a few dollars more. Or perhaps when you fill up your car with gas and the price per gallon has jumped significantly. These small changes add up over time, and before you know it, your budget feels tighter and your money doesn't go as far as it used to. It eats away at the value of your hard-earned money. Imagine you have $100 today. With inflation, that same $100 will buy you less and less over time. It's like a hidden tax that slowly erodes your purchasing power. This can be particularly challenging for those on fixed incomes, such as retirees, who find their savings losing value faster than they anticipated. When prices for goods and services go up, inflation is at play. It's not just about groceries and gas. It affects everything from housing to healthcare, education to entertainment. Every sector of the economy feels the impact, and so do we, as consumers. The cost of living increases, and we have to adjust our spending habits accordingly. Your dollar just doesn't stretch as far as it used to. You might find yourself cutting back on non-essential items, looking for discounts, or even changing your lifestyle to cope with the rising costs. It's a constant battle to maintain the same standard of living. There are a lot of things that can cause inflation. Economists often point to factors like increased demand for goods and services, which can drive prices up. For example, if more people want to buy new cars but the supply of cars hasn't increased, the prices of cars will go up. Sometimes it's due to increased demand, which can happen when the economy is doing well and people have more money to spend. This can lead to a situation where too much money is chasing too few goods, causing prices to rise. Other times, it's supply chain issues, like when there are disruptions in the production or transportation of goods. This can be due to natural disasters, geopolitical tensions, or even pandemics, which can cause shortages and drive prices up. And sometimes it's a combination of factors. For instance, during the COVID-19 pandemic, we saw both increased demand for certain products and significant supply chain disruptions, leading to higher prices across the board. Whatever the cause, inflation impacts your investments. If you're not careful, the returns on your investments might not keep up with the rate of inflation, effectively reducing your wealth over time. This is why it's important to consider inflation when planning your financial future. It's crucial to factor inflation into your investment strategy to protect your purchasing power over the long term. This might mean diversifying your portfolio, investing in assets that tend to perform well during inflationary periods, or seeking advice from a financial advisor to ensure your investments are aligned with your financial goals. By staying informed and proactive, you can better navigate the challenges of inflation and safeguard your financial well-being. Section 4. Jobs, jobs, jobs. What does employment data tell us? Employment data is a crucial metric that provides insights into the health and direction of an economy. By examining various aspects of employment, such as job creation, unemployment rates, and workforce participation, we can gain a deeper understanding of economic trends and potential future developments. The job market is a key indicator of economic strength. When we see a robust job market, it often means that businesses are thriving and expanding. This expansion leads to more job opportunities across various sectors, from technology and healthcare to retail and manufacturing. A strong job market not only benefits those who are employed, but also creates a ripple effect throughout the economy. When businesses are confident about the future, they hire more workers. This confidence can stem from various factors, such as favorable government policies, technological advancements, or increased consumer demand. As companies grow and hire more employees, it leads to a virtuous cycle of economic growth. More jobs mean more income for households, which in turn boosts consumer spending. This leads to lower unemployment, higher consumer spending, and overall economic growth. When people have jobs, they have money to spend on goods and services, which drives demand. This demand encourages businesses to produce more, invest in new projects, and hire even more workers. It's a positive feedback loop that sustains economic momentum. On the other hand, if businesses are worried about the economy, they might start laying off workers or holding back on hiring. Economic uncertainty can arise from various sources, such as geopolitical tensions, market volatility, or unexpected financial crises. When businesses face such uncertainties, they tend to become cautious, reducing their workforce to cut costs and preserve resources. Rising unemployment can signal an economic slowdown. High unemployment rates can lead to decreased consumer spending, as people without jobs have less disposable income. This reduction in spending can further slow down economic activity, creating a challenging environment for businesses and policymakers alike. Keep an eye on the latest employment reports to gauge the health of the job market and the overall economy. These reports, often released monthly by government agencies, provide valuable data on job creation, unemployment rates, and workforce participation. By analyzing these trends, economists, business leaders, and policymakers can make informed decisions to foster economic stability and growth. Understanding employment data helps us navigate the complexities of the economy and anticipate future challenges and opportunities. Section 5. The Fed's moves, interest rates, and your investments. The Federal Reserve, often called the Fed, is like the economy's referee. It sets interest rates, which influences borrowing costs for individuals and businesses. When interest rates are low, it's cheaper to borrow money, which can stimulate economic activity. However, when the Fed raises interest rates, borrowing becomes more expensive. This can slow down inflation, but also potentially slow down economic growth. Interest rate changes have a ripple effect on investments, especially in the bond and real estate markets.